Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now it's actually been a while since I've uploaded a video, but I figured that it would just be right to come back with a banger video, man. So basically in today's video we have the top 5 best weapons in the game. And pretty much this is the best time to actually make such a video because as you guys know, in the last update they actually changed how the weapons work. Kind of changed the stats as well, so yeah. And pretty much the last time we actually made a top 5 weapons video was last year, so yeah, this is my chance to shine. But anyways, hopefully you guys do find this video helpful. Hopefully it does help you in finding the weapon that you want to buy. And yeah, that's it really. I don't. But before we actually go into the video, I quickly just want to say that this is a list of my top 5 best weapons in the game. Your opinion can pretty much differ, but this is just what I think are the best. So yeah, you don't have to fight in the comments. So please just. But anyways, at the number 5 spot, we have the Remington 8 or the Chagrin Inertia. Now the reason we actually have two weapons in one position is because these two are basically the best free-to-play shotguns, and I'm really just not sure on which one is actually better. Now, I actually did make a video using both of the weapons and trying to kind of assess which one feels better, but yeah, it didn't work. You can pretty much go check that out, but as it stands, I really just don't know which one's better, man. So the Remington is a much faster, kind of lower damage dealing type of weapon. And then you get the Chagrin, which is a much higher damage dealing weapon, which is kind of slower and also has much higher dispersion. But I really just don't know which weapon is better, man. But anyways, let me know down in the comments which weapon you think is the better of the two. Because I really don't know, man. But yeah. Now in the number 4 spot, we actually have the SVT-40, and you might be looking at me crazy right now, but previously this spot was owned by the SKS, and I would actually put this in the list instead of the SVT, but the SKS pretty much costs 9,900 gold, so it really can't be on this video. Now as you can see, I pretty much have no upgrades on my weapon, but I've actually tested out this thing on the beta, and damn, it was pretty good. It feels like a more sturdy version of the SKS, and I actually found that it pretty much felt similar. The only downside I would say it kind of has is you actually have to be pretty good at using semi-auto rifles to actually kind of compete with higher level players, but this is definitely a weapon that can kind of carry you if you aren't maxed out yet. Now, when you compare the max stats for the SVT as well as the SKS, you can kind of see that they're not too far off. You can actually see that the SKS does more damage, but the SVT is also kind of there, man. You really can't. Now, at the number 3 spot, we actually have the Luger P08, which is pretty much a new type of pistol in this game, even though it was released like a year ago, I think. Now, as you guys know, the Luger, when it came out, it pretty much became the best pistol in the game. And here are actually the max stats for it on the screen. You can actually see that it deals high damage, has good fire rate, and also has some okayish dispersion. And pretty much if there was no Mauser shift no left, what was this thing? Oh, yep, here it is. Pretty much if this weapon was not in the game, I would pretty much say the Luger is the best pistol in the whole game, pretty much. But anyways, in the number 2 spot, we actually have the first weapon that I actually maxed out as well, which is the DP28. Now the DP28, man, it's honestly just a beautiful weapon. And the fact that it actually costs credits instead of gold and does like that. If you get this at an earlier stage in the game, you'll pretty much just be carrying pretty much. Now the DP28 actually deals a high amount of damage, but the only reason that I feel it's not in the number 1 spot is because of the kind of sluggish and terrible dispersion. There isn't really a point of having high damage if you can't really hit all of your shots, and in most situations it's kind of unreliable, so yeah. But overall this is pretty much a good weapon. You can pretty much play in a lobby of max level players with BSA well guns and still come out at top depending on your skill, of course. In the right hands, this thing is pretty much just a beast, man. So yeah, check it out. And then moving on to the number one spot, we have the Johnson or the FGE. Now, just like I've always been saying in my older videos, the Johnson is pretty much just a balanced, amazing weapon. Like you really can't go wrong with it, man. Now, if you actually compare this to the DP28, obviously the DP28 will actually kill much faster than this, but it pretty much just depends on how many shots you actually land. Now, as you can see, the dispersion of the Johnson is sort of low, so pretty much most of the time you'll be hitting your shots, whether it's mid to short range. Yeah, in the long range it kinda has some issues, but that's not really the focus of this weapon. Now as for the FGE, I actually tested it out in the beta and saw that it was pretty good, almost on par with the Johnson. But I just felt like the FGE, due to that scope that it has, kind of excels much more at longer ranges. So yeah. In my opinion, I feel like the Johnson is the best free-to-play weapon in the game because it's just really reliable, man. Now, I really can't say the same for the FGE because I don't have it yet. And here you can actually compare the two stats of the weapons. They're pretty much sort of similar, but yeah, you can pretty much decide on your own which one is the better of the two. But anyways, boys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little top 5 best weapons video. And if I actually missed a weapon that you actually expected to be here, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.